Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. Yeah, you can hear some noise behind me, can't you? As I show you the landscape. Beautiful day today, and guess what? I gotta show you this. They're making contrails, not chemtrails today. That's pretty cool, huh? Yep, had another one go by. Oh, there he is up there. And all the same, all just contrails. No big horizon to horizon stuff, and no spreading out, turning into a gigantic cloud. It just dissipates behind them, disappears completely. I don't care what anybody says. You're not BSing me. Sometimes they're spraying and sometimes they're not. Okay, that being said, you can hear my portable pump setup here. I got the Harbor Freight transfer pump running, and that had been sitting since last year, and I realized that it wasn't working right. It wasn't pumping enough pressure. I had one more impeller for it, the rubber impeller. So I went in and I said, well, I'll take it apart and change the impeller. Well, what I found out was, and this is a Harbor Freight pump. This is something if you're going to buy one, you'll want to know about. You see that front plate there with the writing on it? 4 screws holding it on. Okay. That's the cover plate that covers the impeller. The inside of that impeller plate, as I walk down towards the container in a few minutes, I'll show you, was completely corroded. I mean, totally corroded. So apparently, they don't withstand the water out here. So I don't know if it's the same everywhere. If anybody else has had that problem, leave a comment down below. Let us all know, because that's pretty interesting that it does that. So for a backup, I set up my my old pump that I used to have in the cabin before I went with the big Harbor Freight shallow well pump to pressurize the water coming off of my big tank. So I've got this set up with the male and female hose adapters on it now, so that I can swap that out with that one, and I'll pump water a lot faster with that one than I will with that one. But for right now, that one's doing okay, so I said, what the heck, I'll let it run. Just let it run. Run, run, get away, run. Oh, that was a terrible song. All right, so we're gonna walk down here. Now, this new phone has a way of taking shadows, unwanted shadows, out of pictures, but I haven't figured out how to make it work with video. So when I got my shadow in front of me like that, I can take it out of there so it's not distracting. Yes, Diogi and Patches came back this morning a little bit too late, right after breakfast, but they were here for a lunch cookie. But they were starving, and when I put down dog food today, and I was running real low on dog food, so I had to mix a cup and a half of white rice in with it to stretch it a little bit. But with the 5 big dogs and the 6 little ones, these little guys here, they just woofed that down in no time. And I mean, it was probably a good 5 pounds of food I put out for them for supper. And these guys took under a minute to clean every morsel off of the table. So anyway, I'm gonna head over here. Oh, puppies like playing in these little tunnels. Okay, so This was the spare pump I had, so I took the cover off of this one to fix that other one, because this one's pretty corroded on the insides there. But here's the cover plate that went to that one that I'm using up there. And as you can see, there's no way in the world that with this impeller rubbing against there that it was going to have any efficiency. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to clean this off completely, and I've got some lead-free solder. If I clean this off completely and put some solder paste on there and then melt some lead-free solder onto it, I'll rest this on top of a soldering iron so that the whole plate gets hot, and then I'll just coat the whole bottom with a nice even coat of lead-free solder and see if that works to get the pump going again. And if it does, I'll mark this pump as because I think this impeller will still work. I'll mark this pump with a special marking right on the motor itself that says not for potable water. So I can use it for moving water down to the garden house, but I won't use it for moving water up into my main tank. So that's the next thing that I had to tell you about. And we're coming up next month on the 10th is the time change back to spring forward to daylight savings time. We're on Pacific Standard Time right now, and we'll be going to daylight savings time on the 10th of March. No, that's not the Ides of March, that's the 10th of March. And that'll be nice because that makes the days seem longer and I have a lot more time outside. Today, well, let's head on down and I'll show you. Today I went to my neighbor's and delivered that big heavy door that I manufactured for his well house. And that was a chore loading that onto the trailer myself, but I figured it out. And then with him up there, the two of us dragged it off the trailer onto a pallet because he has a forklift that he can pick it up with and move it. So anyway, since I had my trailer with me, and he had well, not him, but the prior owner of the property we've been cleaning up got a notice from the county that he had to 30 days or something to clean up his mess over there that was left behind from the grow that he had going. So there was a lot of this big heavy plastic over there, but it has holes in it here and there. So I cut myself off a piece and lined my trailer with it. And inside of that is a bunch of the potting soil that they use. And I don't think you can see it here. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of potting soil in there. And it's all mixed with perlite. But like I said before, it's going to be dead of nutrients. So this is basically going to be a filler for me. And somebody else on my channel gave me some information about checking with the local county or city or whatever and see if they have a place to pick up free composted greenery and tree branches and that stuff. He said that where he's at, they grind it up and they put it in piles in a certain location, and you can go there anytime you want and pick up as much as you want, and it's all free. So that's my favorite price, so I'm going to check into that and see if there's anything like that out here. But even if I have to drive 45 minutes or an hour to get to it, the only thing I'm going to pay for is some gas. Hey, you guys, what are you doing? You're going to get stuck under there. Oh, you found a piece of plastic, huh? Some more trash that was blown over here from the Midnight Mechanics trash barn. So there's Doggy Daddy on top of the compost pile over there, on guard duty like he always is. Good boy. And I just saw a little while ago, I saw a gray SUV with a trailer with plywood sides on it come out of the road across the road over there, across the main road, which is the same road I live on, and I have property over there. And the way the dogs all went charging at them when they saw them, but the way they came out of there and took off down the road, I think they might have gone over and dumped a bunch of junk over there. So I'll take a ride tomorrow when I go to check mail. I'll go over there and see if they dumped a bunch of junk over there. Who knows? There's a lot of weird stuff going on in this desert. I saw guaranteed he was a gangbanger dressed in all black with his LA black hat with white letters LA on it. And he was walking up the dirt road, and he was probably 2.5 miles from the main road. No car in sight anywhere. So what the heck he was doing out there is unknown. And I wasn't about to stop and talk to him, because when I see people dressed like that, you just know that they're a gangbanger, and there's no need getting involved with them. Stay clear. All right, everybody, that's all I've got. Going a little bit long here because I've been chit-chatting with you. But as you can see, clear sky, sun's getting ready to go down there. I got my pump still running up here. I'm half empty on the top 2 totes, so, or more than half empty. So that's a good 325 gallons that I've already transferred up there. And I had a late start today because of the pump problem, but that's fine. I'll shut it down, put everything away, and get started again tomorrow in the morning. And then I'm going to be working in the garden if it's another day like today, because today I was able to take my coat off and walk around in shorts and a t-shirt. So that's it, everybody. Thanks for joining me. G Bear signing off.